We have a Coppola questions before we move on.
I don't have a whole lot. I feel like this movie was almost spot on perfect. You know, more of my questions are kind of like, you know, who exactly was this person to them, and you know what's going to happen in the future. So first off, I did have a question, and one thing that kind of pulled me out, and we kind of talked about it, but the restaurant fight club, just felt so kind of out of left field. But you know, at the same time, it was symbolic in a lot of different ways, and I think it does kind of show you who these restaurant people are and this weird industry. And I think it kind of also speaks to Darius and like the world that he is in control of, you know, and he knows all about Edgar's weird fight club, obviously, and Edgar as a person and what a pile of shit he probably is. And you know, I think it just breeds awfulness between all of these restaurant people, which I guess, you know, is pretty true to life. But I don't know if you had any other thoughts on that little fight club thing.
Yeah, I questioned it when I saw it, but as the movie culminated, I crossed it off my list because I was like, I feel like I have a personal explanation for why it's in the movie, so it wasn't as much of an issue for me. And it's everything we've already talked about. Yeah, it's to set up the expectations of like this gritty underbelly, but also like make you think there's going to be some violent showdown in the movie, but there isn't. But also like just to show, I think that Rob is he's been an emotional punching bag. He's been kicked, run through the ringer and stuff, and he will physically get run through the ringer if it means that he can get his pig back. You know, it doesn't mean anything to him.
He'll do anything to get his pig back, just to feel love again.
Yeah, and you would think in a movie, you know, a lot of the modern movies, doing anything would mean he'll kill anybody to get his pig back or whatever. Like that's the expectation that audiences might have, and it's the opposite. It's, you know, he'll let people beat him up just to get the pig back. He doesn't care. You know, that's what he cares about. Yeah.
Who do you think Helen is to Rob? I mean, I assume that she was maybe like his head, you know, sous chef or something, you know, worked in the restaurant with him. But, you know, I felt at the very beginning, like especially the first time I watched it, when I first saw her, I thought, oh my God, this is Rob's long lost daughter, and he's been ignoring her for the last 15 years. But no, I think it was somebody who worked for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was definitely someone who worked for him. I thought the same thing. They were setting up as his daughter, but then obviously they didn't go that route with it. But I think it was, my question was whether or not she was like a baker that worked for him, or she was a baker that he sourced his baked goods from, or if she was just a regular sous chef. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think maybe she had just been a sous chef, and she found her calling, which was actually baking. And so she converted it into a baker. She tried to keep it a restaurant for a while and ended up essentially doing what I think Rob would approve of, which is finding her calling as a baker and doing that instead, which is also why he doesn't mind that she converted the place into a bakery, because unlike Derek, she did what she was meant to do.
I was going to say, it totally echoes Derek's, like, he didn't accept who he actually was, but Helen actually did. And turned this world-class restaurant that she didn't feel comfortable being a chef at into what she actually wanted it to be, which I guess, you know,
humble bakery.
Hopefully is what Derek ends up going on to do, or maybe it's too late for Derek.
Make his pub. I assume that she had to be his right hand, and that's why. Yeah, because why I'll say I kept it the same way, hoping you'd come back. I mean, because she would have to be skilled. Like, I mean,
she got the restaurant somehow.
Yeah, she'd have to be skilled to keep it running, which means that she had to be his sous chef and his right hand.
And he left the restaurant to her.
Yep, and he left it to her. And then when she finally admitted to herself, like, I don't enjoy cooking, I enjoy baking. That's my passion. And then she transitioned it into a bakery, which, like you guys said, is exactly the perfect thing that she could have done in his eyes, because she was being true to herself and following her passion instead of creating these pretentious fucking shitty meals.
Deconstructed scallops
and pine cone smoke.
Do you think Darius still gave Rob the $25,000 that he said he was going to give him?
No, I don't think Rob would have taken it anyways.
He doesn't care about material.
It kind of like
needs his weekly delivery of groceries, and he's set.
Yeah.
I feel like he might try to give it to him, and then Rob would be like, "Take your money and go fuck yourself."
Yeah, so I kind of feel like as they do that panning shot of him coming back at the end, and it comes into his cabin. Like I felt like there was a reason why they showed the inside of his cabin. You know, the jarred vegetables that he had, his cooking gear, to establish like this is the life he's going to continue to live. He has no interest in going back to that world now.
Yeah,
he's gonna find peace. Like he's gonna transition and be able to finally accept the death of his wife and move on and hopefully have a little bit of a happier life out there.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty true to life, where there's just a bunch of junk all over the yard and tarps and stuff. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what that place would look like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Go out in the backwoods, Pacific Northwest, and you'll see that.
Yeah, everywhere. Why does everybody need so many damn cars in their yard? Why?
Because cars are actually really hard to get rid of if you ever try to, I guess.
I always kind of felt like it was like, if you're really poor, you just hold on to everything so that in case you need a part or something, you just keep those cars. But like, it's always these like kind of shanties in the middle of the backwoods that have a million cars parked in the back.
Do you think that he got another pig at the end? Like, is that what the credits were about, or was that just him reminiscing?
I don't think so.
The pig snort.
I don't think so. I feel like, the kind of climax there is he lost his pig, but he found a friend, and I think he's going to be friends with Amir, and maybe he develops that relationship more, and maybe like I said, maybe they open up that truck stop, buy out that truck, take that $25,000 down payment on that truck stop, and start.
They could be on Triple D if they do that.
Yeah.
Oh, Guy Fieri, and I'm out here in the middle of the woods in Portland.
He once was a big-time chef in Portland, but he left it all behind to open up a truck stop.
How awesome would that be?
That's the sequel. It's all shot through Guy Fieri's eyes, though.
Oh, shit.